Hey everyone, here again trying to complete our Commander series. This time we're going to talk about the blue deck. This one here, Pure Through Time, very powerful blue spells, and very awesome deck, only $29.99. And don't forget, you can still get free ship if you spend $100 or more. So me and Joel are going through each of the cards here. Found the 3 most valuable cards according to TCG Player. And so we're going to start off with Teferi, Temporal Archmage.
All right, and blue is one of my favorite colors to play, Stephen. It's there's just so much variety that you can have in it, and it's a lot of creativity involved with blue. But this Planeswalker is one that I am pretty excited about. He's 6 mana to cast, so compared to a couple of the other Planeswalkers in this new Commander set, he is a little bit more expensive, but like the other Planeswalkers, you can use him as your commander. He comes in with 5 loyalty counters, which is pretty high for a commander to start with 5 loyalty counters, which gives him a lot of staying power. It's a little bit harder to kill. Mm-hmm. Now his +1 ability, a lot of the other Planeswalkers get +2 for the first ability. He only gets +1, but it's an amazing card advantage. You get a look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand, effectively drawing it, and put the other one at the bottom of your library. Yeah. So you're getting a card, and you're filtering out some cards that you may not want. So it's it's even better. It's a lot better than just drawing a card. So it's a great card advantage ability. And then his second ability is only -1, which means it's very easy to use. And it's untap up to 4 target permanents, which you can use as mana ramp. You can use it to untap creatures you've attacked with to give them a sort of vigilance. The ability from the Theros block, Constellation, where things trigger whenever you untap a creature. It works well with that. So there's really a lot you can do with that ability, which is very blue. It's a very blue ability.
And we were just talking about this. Blue really benefits a lot from
They do. Blue's about controlling the game, and a lot of their spells are a little bit more of the mid or late game. A lot of them are powerful spells, and if you can get some mana ramp and get things casting faster in blue, it's certainly it's amazing for blue to have that.
Yes, and one way you can look at that ability is if you don't mind him entering the battlefield with 4 loyalty counters instead of 5, he only costs 2 mana.
Only costs 2 mana. You do have to have the 6 mana to begin with, but you still have the other 4 that you can use. So, and then his ultimate is again a -10, and being that he only has +1, comes in with 5, you still will. Especially in a blue deck where you're trying to control the game a bit. It takes a little bit of time, but there's a good chance he'll make it there. Which is his ultimate is incredible. You get an emblem with that says that, and an emblem again can't be destroyed, which is so you're going to have that for the rest of the game. And it says that you may activate loyalty abilities of planeswalkers you control during any time, during any turn for your player or another player, and any time you cast an instant.
Right.
And sticking with the commander theme, the assumption here is that normally you can only cast Planeswalker's abilities once per turn. In a multiplayer game, especially, if you're playing with, let's say, 4 other people, that means you play a Planeswalker. If you have that emblem out, by the time it gets back around your turn, you've already activated 5 abilities for that Planeswalker before it's even your second turn from on the battlefield.
Yeah, and there's a lot of seriously good blue Planeswalkers.
Incredible. And then you can also, take this deck and create other commander decks from it, and go branch out and do 2 or 3 colors, even up to 5 colors, and pull in some other planeswalkers. But his ultimate is incredible, and it's each of your planeswalkers get to activate their abilities on each turn and at instant speed, which alone is incredible.
So once you get that emblem, if he's still alive, your opponent attacks you, you get -1 at instant speed.
Absolutely.
So make it a 5-color deck with each of these planeswalkers built into it.
Oh yeah,
that'd be really impressive.
But in true blue fashion, that number 10 is going to control the game. If you get that emblem out there and you have any planeswalker out there, by design, planeswalkers are pretty powerful, and having that emblem out there with your planeswalker, with any planeswalker, you're going to control the game.
I think that's why they made the possibility only a +1. They needed the balance.
Oh yes.
So, the next card is Reef Worm. It is a very cute card, very long text, so don't forget all the text is down below in the comment section, or below the video, so you can read along with us. But basically, when he dies, you get a 3/3. When Matt dies, you get a 6/6. And when that dies, you get a 9/9. He costs 4 to play, and one thing I want to show too is they also include a whole bunch of these really cute little tokens that show him becoming a fish, show him becoming a whale, and then show him becoming a kraken eating a ship. So
yeah, when I first saw this card, I just love the flavor of this card and the whole food chain idea. I think if I played this guy and my creature the worm got exiled, I think I'd be that's probably one of the saddest Magic moments of my life.
Yeah.
But just the idea of you have this little worm gets eaten by a fish. You know, when it dies, it was eaten by a fish, and you get a 3/3 fish. And then when that fish dies, it was eaten by a whale, which is 6/6. And then when that whale dies, it was eaten by this huge 9/9 kraken. It's just it's a really fun card. I really like it.
Thinking about it, I'm kind of surprised this isn't inside the green deck, because green is more about nature and the food chain. But I think they put it in here because blue has so much flavor, and this does give them a big creature to help them out with, which normally they don't have.
Yeah, and blue does have, they're not as creature based as green, but they do have a lot of big creatures. There's a lot of leviathans, serpents, krakens, whales.
They
do have expensive big creatures that usually are coming from the sea, occasionally flying creatures like sphinxes and things like that, which you will see quite a few sphinxes in this commander deck too.
So very fun card. And then this card was surprising to be the third most expensive, but I think Joel has mentioned a pretty good reason why earlier. This is the Sapphire Medallion. Blue spells cost 1 less colorless to play.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, having that effectively that mana ramp or that additional use of mana in blue is incredible. And it's any blue spell costs 1 less to play. So if you have a bunch of cheap blue spells and you have 5 in your hand, they all cost 5, 1 less to play. So you're effectively this could get you 5, 6, 7 mana in 1 turn that it effectively earns you. But throughout the game, I mean, the cumulative amount of mana you gain from this is just it can be incredible.
Yeah, and I'm thinking about it right now, this card in the field makes cancel, dissolve, just the same as counterspell, 2 blue.
Exactly.
So, and then there's a lot of 1 blue, 1 colorless kind of spells out there, like
one
mana.
Yeah, and the 1 mana counterspell, as long as you can keep 1 mana open, and you have any card in your hand, they've got to think you may have it, man. They'll have to play around it. It's kind of those mind games you get to play with blue. But another thing to note is that with this card in play, you can play this on turn 2, and then that Reef Worm that costs 4 mana, you can play that right on turn 3 instead. So.
That's right. Turn 2, play Sapphire Medallion. Turn 3, play Reef Worm.
And hope it gets eaten pretty quickly. At least that three fish and get things going.
So, yep. So, very nice. Very good stuff here. So, again, check it out online. We do have them on sale. So, $29.99. And, as we mentioned before, having a 5-color commander deck with each of these planeswalkers would be amazing. You could buy the whole set for $149 right now on our site, which I don't think you'll find cheaper anywhere else. So, all right, anything else you want to say about this deck?
I'm looking forward to playing it, so let's go play some.
Yeah, let's go play.